previously on Big Brother.
But yes, so Katarina is officially out of the Big Brother. Hello, welcome back to another fabulous episode here on my channel. I'm Jacob from Square, and today we are doing the final episode of Big Brother Season 2. We will have the final 3 competition today. Hopefully it goes well. And then we also will have where everybody comes back to the house. I'll set up a little outside like theater type of thing where everybody comes back to the house and the 2 winners will get voted on to see who wins. It's gonna be a fun time. I hope you guys are prepared. Let's go ahead and jump into game. I'd like to mention there is a 24-hour live feed just in case you want to see the whole experiment. The one thing I've never done before, so we'll see if it even works. So yeah, let's go ahead and click on it. So our final 3 contenders are Johnny Zest and Cameron Fletcher and Penny Pizzazz. Penny Pizzazz and Johnny Zest are in the final 2 alliance together, whereas Cameron, I think, is much more under the lines of being closer with Johnny than Cameron. So if, for instance, he wins the competition, I feel like he'll pick Johnny. Johnny wins, I honestly don't know. I think he would probably pick Penny. If Penny wins, she's definitely picking Johnny. So I guess the Cameron would be the upset here if we're wanting Penny to win. Please let me know in the comments down below now who you want to win. Obviously, before we get started, Jay was the first person in the household, so let's come over here to the board of people who get voted out. So these are all the people who've gotten voted out, all the gray, black and white ones, obviously. Vivian was the first one out of the house, voted out this game. And then it went Jay, who did start our first jury member, then Corey, then Dawn, and a double eviction, and then Katarina. So with Jay in particular, I'm gonna go back to the episode he was voted out in and get the stats for the 2 people who are in the final 2, and we're gonna go off of that number, not off the number that originally was. So I might even put a clip of his stats being in this episode type of thing, because technically that's the thing that we're gonna go off of. Same thing for Corey, thing for Dawn. Same thing for Katarina. Just because I've seen as the game progresses throughout, their numbers do dwindle. And then also for Vivian, we're also going to use Vivian's stats. Vivian didn't know everybody in the house. I think she knew everybody who's in the final 3, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but she didn't know everybody. But she is our tiebreaker in case, could there be a tiebreaker? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there could be a tiebreaker. In case like one person, in case everybody votes for. Yeah, good. That being said, tomorrow is the final competition. I think the earliest we can go is like 8 o'clock or something in the morning. We'll probably go around noon. They don't need to talk to anybody. They just kind of need to enjoy being here and thing. And hopefully they do. And like I said, I will set up the backyard tomorrow. It's going to be completely different from what it is now. So once again, it's just, we're leaving it closed. I think I am going to open up, possibly, because it's the only place that has the bar in it. I feel like we're just going to open up this room for everybody to be able to come in for the final day, because, like, there really is no HOHs. There's, like, one technical comp going forward that is a slight HOH comp for their sake of their games, obviously just talk to people. That's what I recommend. Everybody seems to be going to bed, which makes sense. This is your reminder that the actual social game part of this final episode will be in the 24-hour live stream. It's going to be linked down below. You have to click on the link. We're just going to jump directly into that next competition and get through the last little bit. So if you want to be a part of those final conversations and stuff, you got to click on that 24-hour link. Alrighty, the final competition comes in as a handiness competition. I decided with going with handiness for one particular reason is that there's an opportunity to build this skill if you get put up on the block. And some people, I did it with some people, I didn't do it with everybody. So everybody should be at somewhat of an advantage in this competition as well. I was going to try to do horse riding, but it ended up being a bit too complicated. So maybe I'll try to work that in next season. But this one we're going to do is simple. We'll do all horse sculptures, the highest one. And the way this works, I normally do it based on pricing, so which one has the most expensive one. I've done this competition before. We're going to try to stay on this side because the other part of the end of the game is on the other side. I don't know. I'm going to try to keep that a secret until the day progresses. Let's see here. I think I'm in the lane that I want Penny to win the game. I have an idea of how to present Penny to the storyline as well. I also have an idea of how to present Johnny and Cameron both, but I have an idea how to present Penny to the storyline. So I was thinking if we could do that, it might be better if she wins. Yeah, that's where I'm at. And obviously this could mean that Johnny could win this competition. I think I'm on the side. I don't want Cameron to win this conversation. Okay, Penny is done. Johnny's done. Okay, now I pull them out. We'll lay them in front, and I'm going to try my hardest not to evaluate. If this doesn't end up working out, like pricing or whatever, we can go to pumpkins as well. Pumpkins is also another way to build that handiness skill. It looks like the only person who had a handiness skill was Penny Pizzazz, so let's see if it does anything for her. He had a value of 20. She also had a value of 20. And yeah, also that doesn't help me at all. Now does it? We'll do a night block this time. 30 times last time before someone finally won this competition, but I also was doing it with like way more people. I think that's how we got to the final 4 was that competition. So she reached level 2, which means she does have that higher up advantage and things. Oh, it's a wrong time to dislike handiness. And then we also have you. So let's go ahead and look. So that was a $5 because it was a poor quality. The normal quality $10. And a normal quality $10 is essentially what it's looking like. So that does mean that for the first competition, and I didn't put anything for him to sit on. I didn't really think about that. Cameron is out. Come to the test for it, so he can go. He'll stand over there in the corner. Now, to be fair, she is at a disadvantage because she is uncomfortable for doing these things. Maybe because there's only 2 left. Maybe I should pull out the pumpkin. I'll pull out the pumpkin. We'll do the pumpkin instead. All right, I have their pumpkins all ready to go. So let's see which one comes out on top. This comes with spooky stuff, in case you guys did not know. And this person could be a determining factor. I don't know who. I'm going to assume they're going to take each other. That ultimately Cameron is just out and he'll be a vote. But then again, I could be wrong, and Cameron might be Johnny. They've been talking a lot. Cameron and Johnny were talking a lot these past few weeks, and so it's very possible that even though it doesn't seem like they would have the edge, maybe they do have the edge. I guess we'll only have to wait and see. Because, like, I am super curious. But once again, this comes with spooky stuff. It is. But it's a good way to do a challenge. I did handiness last season. They'd create sculptures, and they also had to create pumpkins and things. And pumpkins can be based off of quality and or pricing. But the pricing is a bit different. And so, like, they can be $1 apart, but be the same quality. So that's the only reason why. All right, start with pennies. Penny made a $20 jack-o'-lantern. Johnny made a $21 jack-o'-lantern by a single dollar. Johnny's ass has scored himself into the final 2, guys. That is absolutely bonkers to me. But that being said, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go set up the living room stuff, and then we're all ready to go. And we'll figure out who he's taking into the final 3, and the final 2. And I'm gonna get everybody coming back, and we're gonna do the final 2. So give me a second. All right, either he's gonna take Penny or Cameron with him to the final 2. Okay, let's go ahead and find out, guys. I'm very curious to see. They're very high up. All right, starting with Penny. Penny has a grand total of 95 to beat to make it into the final 2. That's a high-ass number. Basically, Cameron has to be basically like 100. Cameron has a 77. Cameron worked his ass off. He just wasn't high enough. It wasn't long enough because him and Penny have had a final 2 for so long that it paid off, and Penny Pizzazz and Johnny Zest are our final 2 contenders. Give me a few minutes to get everything ready, and then we will be setting up for the finale night, where the contenders of Katarina, Jay, Corey, Dawn, Cameron, and if it comes down to a tie, Vivian will be voted. I'll see you guys all there. Hey, welcome to the finale. We have all of our Sims here, all 8 of them. I will mention it. I'm going to be using a note card with all the numbers on it. I will be showing the clips that they're coming from in case you guys want to know. Essentially, I'll either say the person, and then we'll go back and we'll read the stats, and we'll go through the stats based on that scene, and that little clip will pop up in a little. You'll see what it is. Essentially, it came from an earlier episode in the season because they do dwindle. Looks like they dwindle by 2s or 1s or 3s depending on how many days they haven't talked to a sim. Did not realize friendship works this way in this game, and so I did go back and I went through and I got them. For instance, we're going to start with Vivian, who was the first vote out. She doesn't get a vote, but I wanted to use her as my example. So Vivian says she knows Johnny, but as we pull up this scene, Penny's a 10. She doesn't know. She didn't campaign for herself or Johnny. It shows you that Vivian actually does not know Johnny. And so we'll see if that plays a factor. I don't think so. I think now that we've taken out Vivian out of the equation here, you can only have an even ground here of 5. With that being said, we're going to go from the first person vote out to the last, starting with Jay. So these were Jay's stats. Penny had a 48, and Johnny is a 6. With that being said, that does mean it is 1 vote to win for Penny, 0 vote for Johnny. The next one being voted out would be Corey. So that's who we'll see next. Johnny was an 8. Then we have Penny, who is an 80. By Corey had an outstanding 80 relationship with Penny, which means 2 votes for Penny. The next one being Dawn. Penny, who he was seeing, who did vote him out, was a 20. Johnny is a 16. John was not part of the side of the house that tends to be voting with them, and so both the levels were low. It did equal out to be Penny having a 20 and Johnny having a 16, equaling 3 votes Penny. I think that's majority rules, which means Penny technically is the winner of Big Brother Season 2. But that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at Katarina. Sorry, with Johnny. She had a 30 with. Then Penny with a 21. So Katarina did vote for Johnny to win, which means that is 3 votes Penny, 1 vote Johnny. Let's go ahead and take a look at how Cameron would have voted. That his vote matters because obviously Penny did win, but it's somewhat important. So for Johnny, it's a 77, which is really, really high. And then for Penny, it is a 44, which means there have been 2 votes, 3 votes Penny, 2 votes Johnny, equaling yes girl, Aaronhead's superstar queen. You are the winner of Big Brother Season 2 Townies. Now, what does that mean to her? I don't really know, to be fair. She'll be added into the game. If you guys did not know, into my save, my favorite save with all my favorite people called Growing Together. It's the 2nd season of Birth to Death. There will be 3 seasons overall. She will become very close, I'm assuming, with Mindy in a way, shape, or form. I'm not entirely sure what that way is yet. She will be popping up in Mindy's life over the next few months, so keep an eye out. That is my reward to any Sims that participate in these type of games, that they get added in. I think the next season we'll play is Celebrity Big Brother, so if you want to post your favorite celebrities down below, you totally can. That being said, I had so much fun doing this season. It was such a unique season and such an interesting way to do it. The 24-hour live feeds by the end worked really well in the beginning, and I'm definitely going to keep them around the way I did this season, but overall it just didn't, you know what I mean, like they didn't level out. If you guys have any ways, do you think I should live stream this next time so everybody can be there and it can be like an event and we can do like a week, like we will pick like a Thursday and we live stream it for the entire week of the game or something? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think would be best for season 3. I love doing the comments down below. And like I said, if we do another challenge, the next one I think we're doing is the Bachelorette challenge or Bachelor challenge. I'm not entirely sure for who yet or what, and I'll probably ask for your guys' Sims and stuff. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be over, I'd say probably in the new year is probably when we would do that. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching this series. If you guys want to check out the playlist, the whole other, and there is also a season 1, which was super fun, super chaotic, and I had a great time with it as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.